Everybody, welcome out to the. That was weird. Did you hear that echo there? Completely weird. Sorry. All right. Yeah. All right. We got temporary. We got technical difficulties going on here because I hear myself twice. So anyway, let's just start the show, and I'll try and figure out why the hell I can't. Oh, I know why. There we go. Okay, I figured out what it is now. All right. Anyway, welcome out to.
Did you have it on your phone too?
I had it. No, I didn't have it on my phone too. I opened up YouTube so I could share it to, and we'll more on that in a second. So I could share it to the new page. We'll get to that. Anyway, let's start the show now. All right. Happy National Bourbon Day, everybody.
No more preamble.
Happy National Bourbon Day, everybody. We are. Where are you?
Oh, can't see us.
We can't see us.
Yeah, there's no video.
Super technical difficulties. There we go.
There we go.
All right. Now we're starting the show. A minute and a half.
Now we can.
Okay.
I'm gonna pretend the music's still playing.
Okay, so this is what happened. I'll put it back on if you want. There you go.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, it is Friday, so no, this is what happened, folks. Okay, I'll explain it to you here. Mark Zuckerberg and the crew at Facebook and Meta and all of that, in their infinite wisdom, yet again made more changes because you can't leave well enough alone. It has to be changed every other day or every other hour, right? The new page and the chaser page, right? For this particular show, even this particular special show, only has a certain amount of followers. Well, we've been doing
the threshold.
It's less than the threshold. It was more than the threshold. We've been doing 6 or 7 shows already, but now the threshold went above where it was as far as followers go. So now, even though we've already done shows, now we can't do shows on that Facebook page.
Well, but we're not here to kvetch about that.
We're not to kvetch about that. So anyway, that's what the technical difficulties were. I had to open up the YouTube feed and share it to the new page, which we're going to talk about in about 3 seconds. Anyway, so happy National Bourbon Day, everybody.
Happy National Bourbon Day.
All right.
What are we all drinking out there?
Oh, start with Kat.
This is American bourbon. It is I.W. Harper.
Very nice.
It's my first time having it. I don't know much about it.
We'll have to find out more about that. Jimmy, get on that. Figure out what it is. It's I.W. What is it? We'll actually check it out. I.W. Harper. I.W. Harper.
Bourbon.
All right, cool. Have to look into that. Everybody, please, again, I'd be remiss if I didn't say welcome to the show, Kat Reyes. She was on the Log Room Guys the other night, and this is actually going out on the feed of the Log Room Guys show as well. She was on the Log Room Guys show the other night, and we have some interesting news in the world of bourbon and spirits and the Chaser podcast, if you will, to share with you today, which is why she's on, because it pertains to her and the three of us and other people as well. So we wanted to bring that to you today, as well as celebrate National Bourbon Day. But Kat is with us today. Dave, what are you drinking?
I am drinking Silk City Distilleries. There we go, right there. Mm-hmm. This is their straight bourbon whiskey, single barrel proof. So this is a 55% alcohol whiskey.
Very nice.
Silk City is right here in Clifton, just a few towns over, right next to our friends at Ghost Hawk Brewing, and right across the street from mine and John's favorite hot dog place.
Mm-hmm. Rutt's Hut.
Yeah.
Can't beat Rutt's Hut.
Nope. Okay. So,
go ahead.
And I've got it on a rock, or in this case, the Death Star.
You have a Death Star ice, yes.
Yes, I've got one of the molds. So that makes for
now. Does that actually have the exhaust port in it, so you can actually stick a toothpick or blow the ice up if you need to, or anything like that?
If it had that would also imply that it has the big laser dish, and it's a good way to get my tonsils out, I guess.
This is true, indeed. Anyway, so I've had this on the show before, but since we're doing it's bourbon and we kind of want to lean towards craft distilleries, or Dave and I anyway, we wanted to do this. So I bought it up in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, Sasquatch. It's from Stillhouse, Social Still in Bethlehem. It's a maple vanilla bourbon, and it's fantastic. I've had it on the show a couple of times. I've had it straight, I've had it on the rocks, and I've had it in a Manhattan as well. I think I had an old fashioned with it too. I'm not sure.
I'm pretty certain you did.
Yeah. No, today I'm just having just some rocks and 2 fingers on the rocks.
So, Kat, you look like you're drinking yours neat, right?
Oh yeah, I'm always neat. That's how I like my
You are definitely
stuff.
neat, that's for sure.
I usually drink neat, so John knows it's a rarity that I'm having it on ice.
This is true.
But being 55%, I wanted to open it up a little bit, let the ice melt into it, get that ice water into it,
And also bring it down to about 45% too. So
possibly. It's still the same amount of pour though, so I'm still drinking the same amount of alcohol. It's just opening it up, cutting the heat down a little bit on it.
that's true, absolutely.
Really getting a lot of more of the flavors. Getting the barrel tends to really dominate in this one. I mean, it's all oak, a little bit of char. I wanted a little more char to it. It's light on the caramel. I was hoping getting some water in it would open up that caramel a little bit. It did open up the vanilla though.
Nice, very nice. Well, cheers to both of you, and happy National Bourbon Day.
Now, John,
happy National Bourbon Day.
Yeah.
And we are concentrating on the craft distillers for a reason.
We are. Why don't, Kat, do you want to take the lead on what we're doing here, or do you want us to start it and then we can all talk about it, or
you guys go for it, since this is your idea.
So when Kat was on the show just this past Tuesday, we were talking afterwards because she's got this great thing going with the Worldwide Beer Fest. And the Worldwide Beer Fest is a virtual beer fest where she gets a bunch of different venues involved. She gets a DJ show going and everything at one of the festivals. She's at one of the places. And we were talking about it. We started talking about craft distilleries because just a week prior, John and I were celebrating National Craft Distillers Week with Tom on the Anna Chaser show.
Right.
So we're like, well, there's no large festivals for the craft distillers. There's small ones here and there, but no large national ones. So we talked about it with Kat's experience and know-how, and John's and my destroyed livers. We thought that we'd make a great team to bring that to you and see what we can do here. And we're going to. This is the first of the teasers up to it because we're probably going to do it with National Craft Distillers Day. That happens towards the end of May, so we got a while to get some momentum here. Cat will be traveling around the Pacific Northwest to some of the distilleries around there. John's got his favorite distilleries. I've got my favorite distilleries, and we'll talk to him about getting them on board.
Absolutely.
I'm going to be in Pittsburgh, and what's that one that you talked me into going to, John? That's just north of Aslan in
the distillery.
Yeah, the distillery. There's one you talked me into going into.
I did talk you into going. Where did I
remember what it is? But we'll talk to them.
Yeah. I get it.
John's blanked.
Distillery?
John's usually got the better memory for this stuff than I do. But
yeah, I'm trying to think what I talked to you into. I did. Was it a distillery or was it a?
No, distillery. It was not too far from the original. What's the big sandwich shop in? I'm even blanking on the Pittsburgh sandwich shop.
Oh, Primanti Brothers.
Yeah, the one right up the corner from Primanti Brothers and up the street a little bit.
Oh, geez.
Just in the Strip District.
In the Strip District, yeah. I'll think of it. My mind's transfixed on something else right now.
So we'll be
maybe get halfway through this, I'll remember it.
And by then, I'll have found it on a map. You know me and maps.
I know you'll be. I can't believe you didn't already find it on the map.
I just pulled it up. They're on Smallman. I know that much. So we'll find them and we'll tell you what it is. At any rate, so we're going to be doing a lot of this. It's called Wiggle, by the way. I just found it.
Oh, Wiggle, yeah.
It's called Wiggle, so I'll be jumping into Wiggle. I'll wiggle my way.
That was a long time ago. We actually had that conversation when you first said you were going to Pittsburgh.
That was only 2.5 weeks ago.
Oh, that was a lot longer than that. That's like 2.5 months ago.
But at any rate, so this is what we plan on doing. We're going to bring, like we said, Kat's experience, her know-how, and basically that particular model that she uses to do at least a bi-coastal, if not get the mid-coast involved as well, because Tom Mulvihill would be on this right now, except he's working at Banter Brewing.
He's at Banter Brewing. He might pop in at some point. He might not.
There's still that threat.
There is that threat,
and he
looming over us.
And he's got a lot of friends at distillers out in the Springfield, Missouri area.
He does, yeah. Between the four of us, we pretty much cover most of the United States, so that's actually a good thing. What we're looking to do too is obviously it's going to be a big. We want this to be a big festival in vein of like kind of where where Kat is and what she's doing with the Worldwide Beer Fest, but we're also looking at doing smaller events leading up to it every year, and of course next year. And it's actually Thursday, May 22nd, 2025. That's the date of the actual, and it's National Craft Distillers Day, right? So as Dave said before, so we want to do that. However, like I said, there's going to be events leading up to it, and we're going to have micro events leading up to those events on the End of Chaser podcast. So it's all going to come together in a nice, concise, gelled package. There you go.
And it's we wanted to launch it on National Bourbon Day because what was the first spirit day to come along since we came up with the idea. But launching on a National Bourbon Day,
and it was very ubiquitous that it was 3 days after we came up with the idea. So.
Ubiquitous. You use that word a lot. I don't think it means what you
I did not.
Fortuitous. I think you're looking for fortuitous.
I was looking for fortuitous, but I wanted you to say that because I want to get into something about the Princess Bride in a second. So.
But anyway,
I do not think that word means what you think it means.
You say word a lot, but
we said that word a lot. Anybody want a peanut?
Because John and I love our bourbon, so this is a great day to do this on. But look for any of those other National Spirit Days out there. And we'll probably be doing something on it, and if not, it means that we forgot, probably likely. But you know me and my calendar.
He's never forgetting. He's not forgetting.
I don't forget.
It means that we forgot, but we're not going to forget. So that's the deal.
Yeah, we won't forget that we forgot.
Well, we might forget that we forgot, but we won't forget in the first place. So
so we don't forget this.
We will forget. We will remember to forget, or we'll forget to remember.
This is turning into Bilbo's farewell speech.
I think it is, actually. Well, that was the idea, right? So, anyway, so there's a lot coming up. The pages, the Artisan Spirits Fest, we're going to share it on the Logrum Guys page. This video is actually going out on the Logrum Guys page as well as the Logrum Guys YouTube channel as well. Obviously, as I mentioned in the beginning of the show, when the technical difficulties with YouTube playing in the background were on. That we couldn't get the show going on the Facebook page for End of Chaser. We'll share the video, once it's done from YouTube on the End of Chaser page. It's not a problem, but
and also on this event page.
And on with the video is already shared on the event page.
Awesome!
It's already shared. So
now wait a second. In the spirit of End of Chaser, pun intended, Kat
is actually chaser. Drinking a chaser.
What's your chaser there, Kat?
My chaser is the Tennant's Lager from Scotland.
Did you say it's a Scottish lager?
Yes, Scotland.
A Scottish lager. It's a Scottish lager from Tennant's Brewing.
I've not had a Scottish lager, so I need to find that. This is an ISO right there. And because she was doing that, I wasn't going to do a chaser, but I decided to after all. And John brought this back to me from Philadelphia. This is from Human Robot, and this is Dust and Stone. This is a smoked Schwarzbier, John, or just a Schwarzbier?
Which one is it? I'm sorry, I was looking down.
Dust and Stone. That's a smoked Schwarzbier.
Dust and Stone. That's a smoked Schwarzbier. Yes.
So this, I'm really looking forward to this one. This should be.
That is very smoky, nice and peaty.
Yummy.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's really nice. And what, Kat?
What's a good beer to pair with bourbon? How do you pair beer with bourbon?
It depends on the bourbon you're going to drink, but it depends on how you're drinking the bourbon too. If you're having it in an old fashioned and it's a little on the sweeter side, then something maltier, nothing necessarily roasty, but like a nice like an amber lager would work good.
Yeah.
But if you're
what you're drinking works beautiful.
What you're drinking, having a Scottish lager, that's absolutely fine with that. It's malty and light, little bready. I'm assuming it is bready, being a Scottish lager. But the fact that Dave's drinking a higher ABV barrel strength, if you will, the bourbon he's drinking, something roasty. And certainly smoke works well, but smoke would obviously work well with something peaty. Like if you were having a Scotch ale or just a Scotch.
Well, that's that cancellation effect we talk about every now and then.
Right, exactly.
Where you get two similar flavors in something, you can cancel out the flavors in the two different liquids, two different foods even, and it's gonna bring out different flavors that may have been hidden in the first place. So if you
Right.
go with the predominant flavors, you'll start getting some of those under flavors. And with this, I was expecting a lot more flavor because I've had it sitting open for a little bit. I expected it to mature a little bit.
Mhm.
They're still not completely rounded yet, so this is kind of overpowering the bourbon, believe it or not.
Really?
My beer is overpowering my bourbon, John.
Wow. Wow. Hey, well, you know what? Kudos to human robot, right?
That's awesome. But it's it brings out when you get something roasty and you drink it with a bourbon,
Mhm.
it's going to make your bourbon a little sweeter.
Yep.
And if your bourbon has any citrus notes whatsoever, those will start to pop through. The vanilla is going to pop through. And so that's why I like to do something roasty with bourbon. If you're going to do the lager, you're going to do a lager that's got like some nice fruit flavors to it,
Mhm.
like a German lager pilsner. The German pilsners have like a nice floral note to
Of
it.
course. Yep.
That's going to knock down that citrus. You're really going to start tasting the barrel in your bourbon.
100%.
So there's so many different ways to go about it. But John and I both know the best thing to pair with a bourbon.
Oh,
A
yeah.
cigar.
100%.
Oh, a cigar. Oh, you guys would love. There's some McMenamins out here in Bend, Oregon, and they have a cigar room.
So did you go in J&R?
No, I was at Cigar International. I just picked up a couple of.
See, I don't smoke cigars anymore. I had to give them up. But John's.
Picked up an Alec Bradley Tempest.
There you go.
And
Was that a Madura?
it's a Maduro.
Nice. I love Madura.
Yeah.
I loved Maduras.
I generally only get Maduros. And I picked up a AJ Fernandez New World, which is a fantastic cigar.
And that's a nice dark Maduro.
Yeah. It's slightly lighter than Oscuro.
Oh, cool.
But I'm
I'm pretending that I know what that meant because I don't know what Oscuro.
Oscuro is just darker than Maduro. That's all it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know there was a level darker.
Yeah, there's a level darker than Maduro. Yes.
Oh, those go to 11 then, do they?
These go to 11. Yeah.
What are you eating there? Is that a shepherd's pie?
It is what they call it a pasty or something.
Oh,
like
a
that.
pasty. You're eating a
Is that
pasty.
what it's
There you
Nice.
go.
You really, if you've got a pasty going, yeah, you're lager, but you should be drinking a scotch with that.
Yeah.
Yes. That probably, or you're even an Irish whiskey. Like
You know what? I mean, if she's drinking the IW Harper, but she's got that Scottish lager going on, that's fine. It's rounded it out nice.
Oh no, it's perfectly fine. Just saying for
100%.
continuity of nationality.
I'm actually getting hungry. I wish I was sitting there at the bar with you having that pasty too. Like,
Yes.
it looks
That looks
fantastic.
damn good.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things in the more British pub style setting is the steak and Guinness pies.
Oh yeah.
Steak and Guinness pie, yeah. Not necessarily steak and kidney pie.
No, not steak and kidney pie, but steak and Guinness pie. Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
have
Leave
a
out
few different
86 the kidneys. Give me the Guinness. There you go.
There you go.
Or give me a steak, a Guinness, and a pie. That's good too.
That works too.
That works as well. Yeah. Blueberry, apple, cherry. I'm good. And any of those. You know.
Mince.
Good sour cream peach pie always hits the spot, but
Oh, never had one.
you got to have fried chicken with that. You can have a steak and Guinness with a sour cream peach
No.
pie.
No, and if I'm having Southern barbecue, Southern chicken, I kind of want the banana pudding.
Banana pudding's always a home run with that. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely. So, all right, now I'm getting hungry. Stop talking.
Alrighty, well,
I am going to an event tonight. It's a wedding. It's a wedding. It's not a wedding. It's an event in Spring Lake, and it's going to be it's for a charity organization. It's a charitable organization, but it's a casino night,
Okay.
and a tricky tray with a casino night. But food's always great. We go every year. Food's always great. And I actually found last year at the same event. I walk up to the bar once we got into the dinner hall after the cocktail hour. I saw them. They had a bottle of Rabbit Hole bourbon. Now you just generally don't see at a wedding venue or a catering venue like that a bottle of Rabbit Hole.
an event space, yes.
An event space, right? So I walk up and I asked the guy. He said, "Yeah, there was a half a bottle left of that Rabbit Hole at a wedding they had like a few days before or something like that." And they just left it since it was only a little bit left in it. They just left the bottle and weren't going to take it. So we put it up on the shelf. I said, "Nobody's drinking it?" He says, "No." I said, "I am. Let's go."
Very nice.
I, with the exception of two pours that two of the guys I was with had, I finished the bottle. So that was good.
That's lovely.
It was great. It was very lovely. Good thing I wasn't driving. So that's all.
Yeah. Well, yes, not that far of a drive for you anyway.
No. It was a quick 5-minute Uber. I'm good.
Yeah. Awesome.
So anyway, so it is National Bourbon Day. So happy National Bourbon Day. It is it is the launch, if you will, the official launch. More on that, and we'll share everything on the End of Chaser Facebook page. We'll share it on the Log Room Facebook page. We'll share it on the Log Room website. The Artisan Spirits Festival, brought to you by the Worldwide Beer Fest and the Log Room guys and the End of Chaser podcast.
Yes.
Brought to you by everything.
And it's a shame that Tom was busy and couldn't join us.
It is a shame that Tom was busy.
I'll FaceTime him a little later and fill him in on what's going on.
Do that, absolutely, because Tom will be involved. And it's actually, we'll even go as far as to say it's brought to you by the Beer Whisperer page. And it's brought to you by
At the Pub.
It's brought to you by the At the Pub podcast. And we'll even say it's brought to you by Ozarks Beer and Booze page.
Yes, there's that as well. Forgot about that one.
A lot of pages and a lot of podcasts this is being brought to you by. So there's got to be a
lot of scared squirrels.
And a lot of scared squirrels, right, exactly.
And hopefully we'll get some sponsors as well. So we'd 100%. Like to open up this official invitation if anyone's seeing this and you want to get your company some exposure. Reach out to the Lager Room guys.
100%. Yes, we'll bring you on. And like I said, this is something that's going to build up to every year. You know, this being the first year, obviously going up to Thursday, May 22nd, 2025 next year. That will be the culmination day, if you will, of all these online events and anything else we may do. But for all intents and purposes, there's going to be these mini events on all of these on the Artisan Spirits Festival page and website once it's built. And it's also going to be there's going to be breakout events that are mini events leading up to those smaller events on all of the podcast pages too. Again, Lager Room guys, End of Chaser, Beer Whisperer, At the Pub. All of the pages is going to be involved in it. So it's and Worldwide Beer Fest for that matter, if Kat wants to.
Yep.
Absolutely, I'm down.
So
we will get this
at least promote them. So yeah, we'll get it out there, and this is going to be something special. I'm really happy about this. I'm really thrilled to be a part of it, and we're going to make it work. We're going to be.
I love this plan.
I'm
happy to be part of it.
Oh, I love this plan.
We've now quoted 3 movies from the 80s.
80s, 100%, exactly, and 190s, which you haven't even
Oh no, I caught that the second.
Just my shirt, yeah.
Yeah,
Callahan Auto Parts, Sandusky, Ohio. There you go.
That man, a little jacket.
That guy in a little coat. Anyway, sorry. In any event, no, it's going to be good. So, and anybody knows any mixologists, anybody knows any distilleries that you think we should reach out to that are involved. Obviously, if you know them and you want to get them to call us or reach out to us to get involved, that's great. If you want to just reach out to us and we'll get a hold of them and get them involved, please. The more the merrier. Bring it on, and we'll talk to everybody. We want this to be a big thing. We want this to be good for all of the craft distilleries, and all the mixologists that work for them out there, and for that matter, even people that are in the industry at bars that pour the craft distillery spirits. 100%.
And their owners and their sales guys.
Everybody.
Everyone involved.
Everybody.
The guy who cleans the floors.
Right. Exactly. The farmer that takes the grain to feed his cattle. We want everybody involved.
There we go.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. I speaking of farmers, so Cascadia Malt in 9 Mile Falls, Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're a new malting company, and my friend Corey Furin, they've been supplying a lot of malt to Westland Whiskey Company.
Nice.
So that's been really exciting.
We'd like to get them involved.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
The maltsters too, yes.
100%. And that's kind of why I wear this hat. Right? Malt Europe. They're based out of Milwaukee, but they have stations, if you will, for lack of a better word, around the country. And we know. I mean, we use them at the brewery. We use them at Coastal. Whatchamacallit, they have a lot of the reps deal with a lot of distilleries around the country. And one rep we know that deals literally takes care of Kentucky, right? So now that's a grander scale, but some of them are craft distilleries. So we want to talk to them too. But yeah, anybody, the maltsters, the distilleries, anybody involved, any ancillary people, 100%.
Perfecto.
That's what makes this so special. It's not just one particular direction. So
I really like the idea of possibly inviting folks to submit video content. I think that could be a really fun way to, mixture of live interviews.
That's
mixture
right.
of live interviews.
your phone grew legs.
No, it just had one too many sips of the bourbon. That's all.
Yeah, it's leaning on something.
I gotta go.
Can you see the stained glass behind me with the word whiskey there?
Oh yeah, I see it.
That, yes,
100%.
There it is.
Perfect.
Oh, there's no E in it, so.
What does that mean?
Well, that means
it's Scotch.
Or it just means it's not Irish.
It's not Irish. Yeah.
It's only the Irish use the E in the whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else leaves it off.
Which is all good.
It's all drinkable.
I use an E in a whiskey, but I am a little Irish.
You are a little Irish. I'm a little Irish too.
I'm a little Irish, and not just on St. Patrick's Day. I actually am a little Irish.
Oh, same here.
Yeah.
Same here.
Tom just said, "Sorry, guys, got unexpectedly busy."
Well, good for him.
Apparently, it's Friday in Springfield, Missouri, and people want to celebrate early. There's nothing wrong with that.
Not a damn thing
Nothing
wrong with that. So, alrighty then. I guess that's it. We've said what we wanted to say. We've introduced what we're going to do.
100%.
Stay tuned. Watch the site, and we'll have to create a page for it on Facebook so we can get people involved there as well.
The event page is built, and we're going to share that event page. But we'll build a Facebook page for it as well.
Yep.
And get that cranking, and get that viewership, if you will, that participation ship up, if you will. But yes, 100% what Kat said. Just to double up what she said, we mentioned anybody has any distilleries or maltsters or anybody in the industry that they think that they should be involved. If they want to talk to them, and they'll get in touch with us, that's great. If they want to get in touch with us directly and have us reach out to them, that's great. Anybody out there has any videos that would support this and wants to send them in, 100%, send them in. The more content, the better. We want this to be an all-inclusive thing. We want this to be really good.
As these National Spirit Days come up, we would love to see videos of you celebrating it at your distillery with your peeps, with your customers, however you want to do it. We want to see it.
Yep,
we want to see it because we'll be celebrating here.
We will be celebrating here, and
possibly in a distillery, possibly with my ass still in this chair,
or both, definitely. Some days
you want me to take the chair to the distillery.
I think you should actually, right?
we know this chair.
Not both at the same time. All right.
I see.
But yeah, some days you'll be in the chair. Some days you'll be in the distillery.
I see.
I know. My glass, my ice is melted, and I have a little sip left. So, but yes, we'll definitely do that, one way or the other. But I don't even, I'm like I said, I'm excited to be part of this. I know you are. I know Kat. I know you are. And this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be very fun.
A lot of fun.
We're gonna make this,
and we're gonna send John back up to Boston. Some of his favorite distilleries up there. He loves the distilleries up there.
There's two very, very, very two of my favorite craft distilleries, and it's not the only ones, but two of my favorite craft distilleries are both. And one's in Everett, Massachusetts. One's in South Boston, Southie. The one in Southie is Bully Boy. They make fantastic spirits, so good, as well as its counterpart up in Everett, which is literally around the corner from Night Shift Brewing, which is Dave.
John's favorite brewery in all of Massachusetts.
There you go.
Used to be possibly favorite in all of New England, but he's gone to Treehouse.
Massachusetts, just Massachusetts. They got Massachusetts, but that's it. They got Massachusetts. That would be Short Path. And they make amazing spirits as well. And they make obviously my two favorite spirits are bourbon and gin. They make 8 different gins. So
Wow.
yeah,
That's a lot of gin.
it's amazing. It's really good. So
I love gin. That's my second favorite spirit as well.
yeah. So
Wow. Then you should tune in on Wednesday because
there you go. Segues. I love them.
There we go. This is going to be on to Anna Chaser because it is National Martini Day.
Wednesday, not Tuesday.
When I said Wednesday,
I thought you said Tuesday. Tuesdays, yeah.
Anna Chaser show is National Martini Day.
Mm-hmm.
So we will be celebrating it on Anna Chaser show. We're all set with it, except the fact I've got to go out and find a gin for it, and I think I know where I'm going. And then I'll have to find a beer to pair with it, and I think I know where I'm going with that one too.
There you go.
We'll see.
I think I'm pretty well set. More on that later, but yes, it's going to be National Martini Day for the Anna Chaser show next Wednesday, the 19th.
And I won't be in this chair, as a matter of fact.
You will not be in the chair. No, you won't. And then Tuesday, however, you will be in the chair for the Lagerroom Guys show featuring Fiddlehead Brewing from Shelburne, Vermont, just south of.
Oh, I am so looking forward to that. I've got to go get some Fiddlehead.
That's going to be a good show, too. So lots going on. Just join us on all these shows. Whether it's the Lagerroom Guys, whether it's the End of Chaser show, whether it's Tom's show at the pub, and of course, if it's anything to do with anything we're doing with the Artisan Spirits Festival. Join us on all these shows. Crack a bottle, crack a can of beer, pour some bourbon over ice, make a martini, whatever we're doing that day. Sit back and join us. And we always, any of these shows, comment, please, because you're part of the show too. It's not just us talking to you. We want you to talk to us too, because that's the engagement is what brings about other interesting things that need to be talked about.
Oh, and we have so much fun with the engagement. And it encourages us.
Absolutely.
People always say, don't encourage them. No, encourage us. Please encourage us.
Definitely.
There's a yin and a yang to both of those.
This is true, but we'll take whatever the one is mostly dark.
This is true, which is most of the time.
Yeah.
So
I like the idea of doing some live interviews and then also playing videos that are submitted, so that it's a nice mix of live and maybe some pre-recorded content. Absolutely.
That's 100%. I mean, you have the days that we do the live stuff and the interviews and everything else, and then you have the days and the days in between. You're putting up content that's pre-recorded, whether it's us pre-recording something at a distillery, whether it's distilleries or maltsters or mixologists or anybody for that matter. Submitting content and we're putting those videos up. Absolutely. We want to drive this. We want to boost everybody's involvement in what they're doing because
and blood alcohol level.
Well, that too. Yeah. That goes without saying. But in any event, we want to boost. I mean, craft distilleries have definitely come up. Risen not as far as craft beer has gotten over the years, but they're on their way, and we want to help the process with this as well. So, and there's certainly a lot of craft distilleries out there that actually double as breweries. So there's a lot of other things to talk about as well.
Absolutely,
100%. So, all right, I'm not going to even go through. What's that,
Kat? Thank you, guys. I just wanted to say thank you for this opportunity and coming up with this great idea. I'm really excited.
Absolutely.
Thank you for being a part of it.
We're excited for you being a part of it. You bring to the table a lot of great things, Kat, and we really wouldn't. We couldn't be happier that you're part of it with us.
Absolutely.
100%.
I second that.
Cheers.
Cheers. There you go.
Cheers.
And as this is a special show, I'm not even going to do the End of Chaser outro.
There you go.
Hey, I just saved 5 minutes. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. Anyway, all right, look, have a wonderful weekend, guys. Watch the, like I said, watch the Lagerroom Guys show next week on Tuesday night around 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. Watch the End of Chaser show next Wednesday, National Martini Day around 6:30 p.m.
Remember, that'll be on the Lagerroom Guys network.
That's going to be on the Lagerroom Guys podcast network on YouTube as well. Hopefully, we can change the threshold on that to get the Facebook page going by then too.
We're working on it.
We'll work on it, and everything, of course, that we do on the aforementioned Artisan Spirits Festival, whether it's the group page, the event page, and the To Be Built Facebook page. So keep track of everything. We'll post everything on the pages that you're already following, so you can follow them once they're done and pay attention to everything. So,
Absolutely.
all right. Have a wonderful weekend. Drink a lot of spirits, but drink responsibly.
Craft spirits when you can.
Craft spirits when you can. Please do, because craft spirits need love too. And that's what this is all about.
And they need more love than the big guys. The big guys.
Absolutely. Big guys have their love already. And we'll talk to you soon, folks. Take care.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.